Hello folks and welcome to Erannorth Renaissance. Today we'll be talking about modding and how you can use the built-in modding tools to customize the game in any way you see fit. So let's start by exploring what we have in the first tab, which is the installed mods. Here you can see the mods that you have installed either via the Steam Workshop or locally. And you can open the local mods folder by clicking this button right here. There isn't anything to show you in my mods folder yet. This is from the Steam Workshop. And here you can create the template structure of your mod, which will basically give you some empty folders and some empty files. Now, you don't really have to do that unless your mod involves artworks, like adding artworks for actions, artworks for new actors, or maybe replacement artworks. The most commonly asked thing is of course to add and create your own artworks. So let's say that I want to make the character artworks different, like change the companion artworks. How would I go about it? First I would tell the template wizard create me an artworks folder. Then I would type my mod name and let's call it NPC overhaul, and let's say I want to differentiate it from everyone else's, so I would just put a Raven's signature in front of it. So we have the RS NPC overhaul, and if my goal is to change the artworks of, let's say, the companions, then that's all I need to do. If I want to include my own portraits for the player to be able to select portraits matching the theme of my mod, I could also click these categories here and put the corresponding folders I want in the corresponding folders the portraits I want the PC to use. But for modifying companions you don't need this. These are for player portraits. You can also create the artworks folder if you are working with actions and you want for these actions to have your own custom artworks, and there is no other way for them to have an artwork unless you provide one. Okay, so generate mod template takes us here, and here in the artworks I will just go. I could just dump my files here. For example, if I wanted to modify Claire, I could just throw a Claire PNG here, but for the sake of organization I would first create a companions folder, and then I would paste here every portrait I want to override. So what if I wanted to override all the portraits? That would be like quite insane of an undertaking. But let's go to our actors editor right here. To edit Claire's portrait, no, I won't touch Claire's entry. I won't override Claire in any way. I will just go and take a Claire PNG file and put it in the folder I show you. For Janus, I would do the same. I would go and take the Janus PNG and so on and so forth. But what if I wanted to override every actor? Then I could click here, and if you see, there are a lot of portraits, and going down you will find that there are portraits for all the actors that appear in the game, for example, Scylla and so on. If I click on this button right here, I copied 861 portrait names to the clipboard. And if I go and open a new notepad window and paste them here, you will see that it's a list of names. So if I wanted, this is for the workshop, and I don't need this. So if I wanted to override all the portraits in the game, all I have to do was to provide these files in my artworks folder, and for the sake of organization, I could just maybe put the companions here and maybe put the other actors as overrides. That would work. The game will recognize them. So I would go here and put the Vampire Male, Extra Male 2, Male Galdorak 1, PNG, Extra 13 PNG, and so on and so forth, till all 860 files listed here have my own artwork. But if I just wanted to, override the companions, then most of them have their name as a PNG. So for example, Claire PNG or Rukhan PNG and so on. And that's how you override artworks, okay? Now, why do we have the actor editor then? We have the actor editor, so let's restore Janus portraits, not that it matters, but to show you that you can also search there for things. Let's say that we wanted to create our customized version of Janus. For example, we don't like his gear, we don't like his starting actions. If we don't like his stats, we need to override his origin perk. So let's do these things. Let's go and make a better Janus. You better want to leave these as they are, because otherwise you may break the story for this. So perhaps we should pick a more uncomplicated companion, right? Like Jocelyn. Okay. Okay, let's say that we want to give Jocelyn an additional action. Let's check her origin perk. Origin perks are right here. And Jocelyn starts with Werewolf Physiology, Arbori Heritage, 1 level, Survival 2, Herbalism 1, Primal 3, and Ranged 1. Let's say we want to update her bow, okay? I can go here, give her a ranged of 2. I will go here and create a new mod and call it RS Jocelyn. Let's copy that to use it later on. So now Jocelyn has a range value of 2. Runtime updated. However, you have unexported changes, so I will go ahead and export. And now my mod RS Jocelyn contains a modified Jocelyn origin, which gives her ranged 2. And here I will paste the same. And instead of the sword bow, we can now go to actions, type ranged equals 2, see what there is, and let's give her the Mistweaver's bow. Okay, so I can go here, paste Mistweaver's bow, equip it as well, and that's all the changes I want to make to Jocelyn. Or maybe I want to change her character so it will align more with my my more questionable choices. but that won't change how the actual character is scripted, of course. Okay, so let's add and export. You always add and then you export. And now we have changed her origin, we have changed her actor we have changed her actor traits, and she's using the Mistweaver bow. So next time you meet Jocelyn, if you haven't met her already, she will be using this bow. But what if we wanted to create brand new actor? For example, a merchant. Let's go here and see. The merchants are having merchandises that are populated in runtime using a method called restock. And I will show you how to use it to create your own blade merchant and put him in the arena. So let's call him Lorenzo. We need to create a story for him. Let's say that his initial farthing is 600 and that his town requirements are day. Is Lorenzo unique? Yes, he's unique. It's a good idea to check that you won't override a vanilla actor by accident. And let's say that he's this guy right here. He sells blades in the arena. Let's call his conversation RS Lorenzo's wares. And I will copy this. Here I will set my mod folder to mods RS Lorenzo. So that's the mod name. Okay. Add update and export. Okay, so now we have Lorenzo, merchant. A conversation needs to be created for him to actually work. So let's go to our stories and type here mods, the same mod name for the sake of having things organized. RS Lorenzo. Okay. And here I will paste the conversation has to match, of course. And we can type anything here, our story, but I already have created the interaction here, so you don't have to see me typing all this stuff, but I will explain. We have our text here and a space to denote that it will the next will go in a different screen, and the choices with plus. The brackets means that ink won't send this text to our next screen, and after clicking this choice we'll move into the trade section and do whatever there is in the trade section, whatever text there is there, okay? And not now, we'll be back later, it just ends the interaction right away. So I can save this, it's now saved, and we can verify your ink file appears to be free of syntax errors. But what if here I had this, for example, like, and would that, no, divert target not found, and because this would make my ink file fail to compile, so it wouldn't work. And this should give you a good, framework to see if your ink file is going to work, run or not. But I would highly recommend, instead of using this glitchy editor I made, because it does have a few glitches, and it's okay for quick work, but a better approach would be to just use Ink's own editor, Inky, which is pretty good and also gives you a window where you can play your story right away. Okay, so it's pretty good. Don't save. But if you did save it as RS Lorenzo's where, then what you do is to go here, open mods folder, find your RS Lorenzo inklets, and paste it right there. And that's how you do it without using the built-in editor. So what we have done so far, we created the merchant interaction, we created the merchant, but we haven't put him anywhere. So we need to put him to a place where we can find him. Let's go to the arena and put him right here, Lorenzo. RS, sorry, always mods / RS Lorenzo. Always add, update, and always export. But after you are finished editing everything, okay, you don't need to. Okay, you can export right away if you don't want to forget exporting, which will be very frustrating to make a lot of edits and then forget to export them. But yes, you can do whatever you like. Export, but in any case you do have to export. If you don't export, you will lose all your hard work. Okay, so that's it. Now our mod is complete. RS Lorenzo includes an inklet, an NPC, and a place interaction. So if I go and quit the game now and reopen it, and go to my mods, we have a Jocelyn mod which changes her origin and also gives her a different starting bow. We have our NPC overhaul, which we can put artworks there and change the companions or all the 860 actors that the game includes at the moment. And we have RS Lorenzo, the merchant that we can now go and find. Let's go to new game, pick Eric, start sandbox. So let's keep this text because we don't care to read it at the moment. And start. And that's the sandbox mode. After this short introduction, we are free to do whatever we want in the world. So let's jump into the arena and Landford's arena and see that we now have our new Lorenzo NPC right here. We can talk to him, see the space changes our screen. Let's see what you have today. Opens the trading interface and some weapons that we would otherwise be unable to find in Landford. So if I go back to our stories right here and open Lorenzo's wares, what I did is first export him, then I said restock Lorenzo the actor ID with bladed weapons, and let's say I also wanted blunts. I could just type plus blunts here. If I wanted to change this to another value, I could change it to another value. That's the minimum and the maximum. And then I open the barter window with barter you and Lorenzo. Now restock is not color coded because I forgot to add it in the highlighting rules. And we can do save, we can do verify, and we can do even run if we are actually having a character ready at the moment. And if we run, we'll see that Lorenzo has blunt weapons as well. Okay. And that's about it. Now that I finished my mod, I could just go here and type its name, RS Lorenzo. Add a quick description like a custom merchant. And update details, create item, and send it up into the workshop for everyone to enjoy. But I don't think, Lorenzo, it's something that you really miss if you don't have. And that's all, folks, for today. I hope you got an idea on how to work with the modding tools. The things to remember is export to your mod destination, add update to update the actor in the memory, and then after you are done changing whatever actors, action, places, everywhere is the same. You have the export field, you set it to your destination, you add update, and then you export the changes. And that's all there is to it. You don't even have to create a mod template unless you have artworks and you want to place them there before start working. For example, your own actions or your own actor art. I hope you found this video informative. If you have any question, feel free to mention them in the comments below. Otherwise, have fun modding.